This is how some Americans think of how our regular day in Russia looks like. We wake up in the morning and first thing we go to food shopping. We stand in a bread line to get our bread, refried beans and chicken food soup. All people around are named Comrades and Ivans. They're all communists. We stand at least for 2 hours. After receiving our portion, we go to work, where we try to remotely meddle with the computers of the Americans. Because naturally, we are all computer hackers. And while we do our hacking thing, we don't smile. We look mean because we're dark overloads by nature. Only highlight of my week is the weekend. Putin comes over my place and plays with my children. We watch TV, we drink beer, my wife makes a homemade meal, and then just we chit chat. Welcome to Letters to King, the truth about Russia. As usual, no fake news, no propaganda, no BS, just the opinions from the insider you can trust. I watched the video that I recently made, and I looked so serious there. Well, for sure, I was speaking about serious issues that commanded serious attitude. But not today. This is the weekend and no more serious face, okay? We will talk about the funny and silly questions. There are so many stereotypes about Russia, it's unbelievable. So many questions that make me laugh, okay? So, let's go. Question number 1, and this is my favorite question. How often do I see Putin? Believe it or not, I get asked this. Well, at least a couple times a month. Well, I told you that I see him every morning. Fox, that's not true. I lied. I don't see him every morning. Sometimes I see him once a week, that's it. Sometimes I'm so busy that I don't have any time for Putin. Oh, and of course, I'm a serious man. I mean, I have work to do. I have so many things that's constantly piling up, people emailing me and things like that. Oh, my head goes round. So I don't go and see Putin those days. Then he comes over my place on the weekends. He gets to meet my family. He plays with my children. You know, my wife cooks nice meals and we have tea. Sometimes we had beer and watch football. I see Putin regularly. That's my favorite question, okay? For the Russian secret services, that was a joke. I don't see Putin. Okay, just you know. Question number 2. How long are the bread lines in Russia? A barber from Biddeford, Maine asked me that. Well, you know, it's not bad. Seriously. To get food in Russia, it's not like it used to be. It doesn't take longer than 2 hours. And it's probably the worst case scenario. Usually it's between 1 and 1.5 hours. So 1 hour is not bad. You get into the line, you stand for 60 minutes, you get your bread, some water maybe, vodka, whatever, and then you go. 1 hour, not so bad. Okay, so when I told him that there are no bread lines in Russia and there's plenty of food, there are plenty of stores, small stores, large supermarkets, just pretty much like in the United States. You know what? He didn't believe me. He thought I was trying to make Russia look better than it really is. So that was pretty silly. Question number 3 is a good one. A real good one. I get asked that question, well, sometimes. Why Russians are so mean? We Russians are so mean because we're dark overloads, mean by nature. Actually, most Russians are very nice people, very hospitable, very warm. It's just, they don't smile a lot, that's true. Why? Well, there's an explanation. I will explain later. It's just, to see a real Russian, what's on the inside, you must approach in a certain way. That's all. So Russians are not mean whatsoever. Question number 4 Do Russians really drink vodka instead of water? I mean, come on, of course. Who needs water if we have vodka? We're Russians. We must drink vodka, you know? From little kids to the old men and women. I'll show you. Vodka. Who needs water? This vodka is called Bon Aqua, and it's made by Coca-Cola. In Russia, Coca-Cola makes vodka, you know. So that's the answer to the question. The next question is a recent one. It's a very specific question. Is Donald Trump really a Russian spy? Why do they ask me this question? I don't know. Next question, anyone? Is American dollar worth a lot in Russia? For all of you, my American friends, I tell you what, you come to Russia, you have $1 in your pocket, and you'll be able to buy everything that you can see around you. Food, drinks, you can go to movies, you can get taxi cabs, you can even buy a house and a car for $1 American. That's how much it's worth in Russia, okay? You can get a Mercedes. Oh gosh, 2 Mercedeses for $1. That's $1, man. $1 American. That's a lot. Just to tell you how much $1 American is worth in Russia, I'll tell you that a cup of Joe in my office building costs from $1.50 to $2, depending on its size. That's how much it's worth. Question number 7. Do Russians really call each other comrades? Of course we do. I mean, how else we Russians would call each other? Comrades. Comrades it is. Naturally. I go to the office every morning, I get to my workplace and I greet everyone. Good morning, comrades. And they go back, good morning, comrade. And I come home and I see my wife and my children playing, and I come to my little son, 2.5 years old, and I go, hey comrade, what's up? And he goes back, hi daddy comrade, everything's good. So comrades, we are all either comrades or Ivans, but Ivans are rare, mostly it's comrades. Question number 8. Are we all communists? Of course we are. What kind of question is that? Of course we are. We're the communists. We're communists. What else would we be? We're Russians, you know? All of us communists. It's like a religion in Russia. You're born and then they christen you. They communize you. All little kids, you know, they put cross and the red star on you and then you're a communist. So folks, these are some of the questions I get asked. Some of them I really love. And it's, again, there are so many stereotypes. One of the reasons why I started making these videos is to tell you about real Russia, true Russia, and to break the stereotypes and give you the truth about this large, incredible, and wonderful country. Thanks for watching. Don't get bored and keep on tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about Russia, please write them in the comments and I will try to answer.